Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. I do apologise in some of the titles that I have to use asterisks or exclamation marks, etc. and so forth. That's because the YouTube censors automatically pick up certain words and go, not allowed that. So that's me trying to get around the censors. Okay. Oh, and I do apologise. I had one person mention yesterday that they had trouble hearing one of my videos from yesterday. That's nothing I can do from this end. I have my recording volume at maximum, and 99.999% of the people have no issues with the volume, but occasionally somebody does strike a problem, and that is actually due to the YouTube platform itself causing issues. So I do apologise if it's occurring to you. There's nothing I can do about it from this end. Okay, entertainment only. Just a very quick reading. I'm using my Gilded Tarot Royale again. I want to have a look. Louisiana versus Calais. It's gone to the Supreme Court. The federal court in Louisiana ruled, I believe, in favour of, ruled the state's congressional map. Is illegal. Okay, right. So the Louisiana federal court ruled. So what happened is basically ruled that the state's congressional map illegally diluted. Oh, right. Okay. Let me get this right. Okay. The federal court of Louisiana ruled that the state congressional map, the drawing up of the voting areas, illegally diluted the black voting power, and the map was redrawn. Let me get that completely right. And the maps were redrawn to create two blocks, two areas that had a significant number of black constituents in them. So the opponents now argue that the new maps are gerrymandering because they were drawn based on race. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, we've got this again. So Louisiana itself is the one that has redrawn the maps, and Calais, whoever they are or whatever they are the ones that are fighting this redistricting. What I don't understand is why you guys in the US don't have a system like we have in Australia, which is basically in the federal legislation that districts have to have this number of people in it, and there has to be this number of representatives in total. So therefore, the lines get drawn occasionally, but it is completely not based on colour, race, gender, nothing like that. And it does mean that Sydney, an area in Sydney might be this big because it's got that many people in it, and an area in Western Australia might be that big, and the representative needs an aeroplane to get around. So the Sydney one needs his motorised scooter, and the Western Australian dude needs his aeroplane. So what I want to have a look at is how is the SCOTUS going to rule? Because I'm a bit torn on this one, because in all honesty, it is gerrymandering to redraw the congressional maps to create a separate district based purely on the ethnic identity of the constituents is gerrymandering. So it would be like if you redrew districts to create an extra district of white people. So I do get it. I just, boy, oh boy, oh boy, I'd love you guys to have an independent electoral commission that actually set guidelines that had some teeth. But I'm not against the fact that there's two districts of majority black voters. So I'm a bit on the fence in regards to this one. So let's have a look. I'm just going to have a look to see how the SCOTUS is going to rule. Now, you didn't want that one. Okay. You wanted those two on the top. Okay. So how are they going to rule? I'm looking from Louisiana's point of view, who has created these two districts. How are they going to rule? Let's see how we go. Oh boy, right. The Sun. How are they going to rule? I think they're going to rule in favour of Louisiana, challenged by the feeling of betrayal and heartbreak and loss and despair. So this is very possibly Calais, who again, the energy that's underlying all of this is the white people. Oh gosh, that's an awful way to put it. I hate it. We're all the same underneath. It's just the colour of our skin is determined by where our ancestors lived in the world. The reason why white people have lighter coloured skin is because our ancestors lived further towards the poles and therefore needed to absorb more light so we could get vitamin D and not suffer from rickets. That's the only reason that the skin pigment is what it is. But anyhow, yeah, the white people are going to feel like that they've been trapped. Okay, in the past, this has gone for a ruling, crowning the reading. We've got, I'm asking about Louisiana. 3 cups spilt and walking away. The energy over this at the moment, absolutely bucketing down outside. I didn't look to see how many districts there were in Louisiana because you've got 3 spilt cups here. They may be asked to redraw them again. Let's see how this goes. Right. There is the moon card. The light's going. There's some. The moon's going to be shone on something that's not yet revealed. Expose something about this redistricting. You've got Page of Pentacles, information coming forward about the voter externally, internally, legal action, hopes and fears, the Star card, best of democracy. So externally it's about voters, internally there's legal action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 judges are going to rule in favour of Louisiana. But there is something here that's going to be revealed. Okay, right. Where Louisiana is going to have to defend itself. You've got the protection of the vote, and you've got this, again, 3. Walking or something 3 here. And being forced to retreat. And then the Ace of Swords. A new beginning. I think Louisiana, oh, we've got the Death card, the Devil card, Death of the Devil energy, which is the rule of the whites in Louisiana. Then you've got an inspirational female coming forward in regards to that. I'm getting a feeling that the Supreme Court are going to rule in favour of Louisiana, but there's going to be a but. So show me what this but is. Are they going to have to redraw something? They're going to have to redraw something. Well, where's the best of democracy? Yes and yes. Yes and yes. And new beginning. If I put those aside, new beginning, and then draw it back to the drawing board. Okay, I think what I'm getting is the Supreme Court is going to rule in favour of Louisiana in Louisiana versus Calais, entertainment only. But there is going to be a but disclaimer on it. In other words, go back to the drawing board, have another go. There's something that the Supreme Court, I believe, are not going to be in favour of. That they're going to ask the state government to have another go. Might even end up with 3 districts. Let's see how it plays. Okay, love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.